Everyone, it's Victoria with Nutrition by Victoria, and welcome to my second eating show. So I just made a banana, blueberry, blackberry smoothie. So what you saw was the basic ingredients. I probably used about 5 or 6 frozen bananas. It had about 2 cups, maybe a little bit more of mostly frozen blueberries. Look at this squirrel I can get. Yum. It comes out like a soft serve, you know. So it's mostly frozen banana, frozen blueberries, and a little bit of frozen blackberries that I had that weren't really sweet, so I just threw them in the bag. You don't want to waste fruit. Unless it's real bad, then you compost it. I have a massive pile of compost in my backyard. As my husband and I decided, we're not going to throw out our veggie scraps anymore. We're going to compost them. And then use them in our garden. So I'll do a garden video for you guys soon. But, oh, and then water. The key to make it like a thick smoothie, because I like to eat my smoothies. I don't like to drink my smoothies. But then I also prefer this method to like not using any water, making like an ice cream. Occasionally I'll do the ice cream, but I find that this method digests the best for me personally. Where there's like something for my gastrocolic reflex to grab onto, but also that it's not like super watery. I used to get into so I use, filled the blender about halfway up with water. If you'd like to recreate. I thought about adding some coconut sugar to this, but then I tasted it and I'm like, it's sweet enough. So when it comes to sugar, added sugar, I'm definitely pro sugar. But I also think it's important to use it to taste. So make whatever you're making and then taste it. And if you can't eat it, add sugar. So that's going to be like personal preference. So I have this big cup and the rest of this. So I'm going to be consuming the majority of this myself. It's pretty high volume, high water content, very nutrient dense, very filling. The berries definitely give the berry and banana combination is such a nice flavor. And the texture makes it like a soft serve. Or like a milkshake. I prefer to eat my smoothies and drink my juices. I find that because I have a sensitive GI tract, specifically gastrocolic reflex, I have to be careful when I'm combining too much liquid and fiber together because it can make a mess in my gut. So I've had a few questions. Also, let me know if you try this smoothie. And I find that some people, I used to experience this because I did the the Banana Girl diet plan for a little bit. And her smoothies are very high water content. And sometimes I would find that I get so hungry after having them. and that like eating my food is definitely more satiating for me personally, even if it's in this form where it's blended, you know. I do prefer to have juice in the morning. And I was gonna say, in the beginning of this video, there's a little pink cup. When I finished blending the smoothie, that went to Violet. She's home. She finished preschool a week or so ago. And, yeah. So, I've had a few questions. Somebody asked about my varicose vein. I don't have varicose veins, okay? But I had one come about towards the end of my second pregnancy. It went away after the birth, and now I have a varicose vein again, and only this time it's like way worse. So I'll show you guys. Skip this part of the video if you don't want to see. But there it is. And I have a little bit of discoloring there. So, yeah, that hasn't been fun. It's been the worst part of this pregnancy so far. Dealing with this varicose, or this vein issue, this vascular issue. I think it's partly due to the baby's head is like in my pelvis. Which is great because Violet was breech. She was my second kid. And so I had to have a C-section with her. And, yeah, this one's been head down the whole time. I guess I should get like a clear cup so you guys can see. And, you know, if I'm gonna drink like a blender full or eat a blender full of this, I guess it's probably best if I just eat it out of the blender. But I find this is my preferred method. And like, oh, I just made a mess. Did you have your smoothie, Vi?
Yeah. Cold.
You gotta change out of your wet stuff.
No, I'm not.
We just got home from the beach. And yeah, it was really nice. And she mostly played in the sand and I lounged. But we thought it was a good idea to bury our feet. And the sand was really smelly like fish, so. Another question I've gotten is, what's the baby's gender? And I'm not going to tell you guys. I know what it is. Know what I'm having. But I'm going to make you guys wait until the baby arrives. Because the gender, you know, really doesn't mean much. What matters the most is that the baby's healthy. And mine is growing and developing exactly the way that they're supposed to. We also have a name picked out already. And it's very fitting for, you know, this child. Let's think about nutrition stuff to talk about. So, yeah, I get a lot of questions about omega-3s and fats and protein And the take home is that most people get too much fat and protein in their diet. You have to be really strict about what you're eating in order to not get too much fat and protein in your diet, because it's easy to do eating, the way most Westerners eat. So, if you want to eat low fat, low protein, but still get enough in, as I get enough in, I'm eating my essential fatty acid requirements every day, for the most part, and my protein requirements every day, according to the RDAs, according to the World Health Organization. And the most important thing when it comes to nutrition in general is that you're getting in enough calories. No one has nutrient deficiencies when they eat enough. A protein deficiency is unheard of in people who consume sufficient daily calories. The only time it's ever seen is in extreme cases in like third world countries where the people don't have access to enough food. But in a calorie sufficient diet, you're getting enough protein. Like I said, the bigger issue is that people get too much protein. And that contributes to, the major chronic diseases, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, kidney disease, etc. I'm almost done. Whew, it's actually really filling too. So I, had the majority of this smoothie. I only scooped out Violet probably like 8 ounces. Lily likes my smoothies too. And so when it comes to fats, there's been this overemphasis of fats in mainstream nutrition. And, prior to this emphasis on omega-3 fatty acids, no one was concerned about them at all. And when you eat fruits, vegetables, and starches, you end up meeting your essential fatty acid needs no problem. Like, people are eating massive amounts of seeds every day when, like, I've got seeds in the correct proportions to their fruit component, right? Because a seed is something that will germinate life to a plant. It's the baby of a plant, basically. And they come with their own, like, defense mechanism to prevent them from being eaten. Hold on. So, in my opinion, it's better to, obtain the omega-3s naturally, as you would eating fruits, eating vegetables, eating starches. Omega-3s are best consumed in the raw state from raw fruits and vegetables. Or frozen, fruit is fine too, because it retains the nutritional value. But my kids and I will grow these little like gardens using chia seeds and flax seeds. And those seeds, they do, grow little plants. I never got into that hype. I've never had issues with omega-3 fatty acid deficiency. The hype actually came initially from the fact that people were consuming too much omega-6, which is found in a lot of oils and fatty foods. Um, Whereas omega-3s are really only found in like fruits, vegetables, and seeds and some, starches. But whenever you cook an omega-3, it denatures the fatty acids, so then you're still not getting any of it in. And then the good source, concentrated sources like algae oil, seaweed contains omega-3s. So the the key take home with it again is eat a diet of sufficient calories coming from fruits, vegetables, and starches. And that will guarantee that you're meeting all of your nutrient requirements every single day, and also keeping fat and protein low so that you can obtain and sustain the health, fitness, and lean body goals that you desire. But that's it for today's video. Leave any comments or questions down below. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.